Do you know what destroys more dreams than failure? Waiting for the perfect moment to start, a moment that almost never comes. Every night you promise yourself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow comes, but nothing changes. Days turn into months without progress. You watch others move forward in life. They build, they grow, they improve. Meanwhile, you stay in the same place. Today, I want to tell you a story. A story about a man who almost lost his future, all because he believed he had more time. In a quiet town surrounded by hills lived a young man named Ethan. Ethan was smart, healthy, and full of ideas, but he had one dangerous habit. Ethan loved planning his future. He filled notebooks with goals and big dreams, but he rarely acted on any of them. Every morning, Ethan woke up with motivation. He told himself today would be different, but comfort always won the battle. Sometimes he scrolled his phone for hours. Sometimes he went back to sleep. Sometimes he simply waited for the right mood. The problem was not lack of dreams. The problem was lack of action. Ideas without action slowly become regret. Just a few houses away lived his friend Lucas. Lucas was not smarter or more talented, but Lucas had one powerful habit. Lucas started working even when he felt tired. He started even when he felt unprepared. He started even when the work felt difficult. Day after day, Lucas kept showing up. While Ethan planned, Lucas worked. While Ethan delayed, Lucas improved. Months passed and things began to change. Lucas slowly built a small repair business. People in the town began to respect him. Ethan watched everything from a distance. At first, he felt curious about Lucas, but later he felt something deeper. It was not jealousy. It was regret, because Ethan knew he could have done the same. One evening, Ethan sat alone in his room. His notebooks were scattered across the table. Each page was full of ideas, but empty of action. That night, a painful thought entered his mind. Dreams do not disappear suddenly. They slowly fade when we keep delaying them. The next morning, Ethan woke up earlier than usual. The town was quiet and the sun was rising. For the first time, he didn't reach for his phone. He looked at his notebook for a long moment. Then he whispered 3 simple words. Start today. The first day was uncomfortable and slow. His mind kept telling him to stop. But this time he refused to listen. The first week felt heavy and exhausting. Every task seemed harder than expected. But Ethan showed up again the next day. Something slowly began to change. The work didn't become easier, but Ethan started becoming stronger. Weeks turned into months of consistent effort. Ethan built a small workshop in town. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. For the first time in his life, Ethan felt proud. Not because he succeeded instantly, but because he finally stopped delaying. One afternoon, a young boy asked him a question. How did you become successful? Ethan smiled before answering. I stopped waiting for motivation. I stopped waiting for the perfect moment. And I simply started. He explained something most people misunderstand. Success is not about talent or luck. It is about showing up every day. Years later, Ethan became one of the most respected craftsmen in the region, but his advice never changed. He always told people the same lesson. Waiting feels safe and comfortable, but waiting slowly steals your future. So start today, even if it is small.